Ghana ni nko adam gidi se ene se kai wade bia asade na busua nyina ya akode but adesua yenya from the selem say we peyo ana yenuru ba bia so mame ma wa ha na me na wase se wagibre sabri ena koye efiada June de tosomiensa na wutie na wo hwe Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem 94.7 Yena otena kopem se nonsia ebebo ebepem FM ena ko efia den echese nyoma dodo na abekoso ejaso na etimi agebera akokan adofo ho yaka abusua ho na yaka nanfofo ho so am etimi awie ye weekend no eye. It's filled with a lot of activities but mamembo okoko se o nkran hanko ade a megidi se baby a wo no ensuo den sha ase ntoe de a emuna kese pa kese pa ana hade kokomlemle hade eto ye enti ahyenkafo mesrem ana eye wono nso a eye passenger fo wono nso enam kwan enchen wono nso a eton ade mesre titru ehyan hodo atim especially mo windscreen problem aba ho na fe wiper ho sem driving mirror side and side no nyina no enti sa ahweyi keke na make o break no unjini ndia mesrel unjini ndia emepre ho man ko fasin bi amba enti boko because ebasa na yekwan no eso ayetro yi pa mesre se moma yenya sa ahweyi ba bia obi a otimi ni bia no uyu nua bi asutire nsuo mu na pena traffic no eno so abaya asem foforo kra na masa kaka ye ho ofa New Town na ofa Asalam down na okofa miamia bi o Dansoman na ofa miamia bi o Spana Junction, that's the Kufo interchange kwa na wa hu se nsuo ato nyina na yi nema free gatarim de gu mountain so efia hodo a ni nyina no as we speak sa efia hodo a yiri nyina no edaso gu gata da no sa enti ensuo toi what we have done is say yes abi man nyina sa ko gu gata nim na sa ko fa how kese so aba me sa kai o sa fe kwa na yebesi to brem enti won so a wo de yeka suban asem no so a wo se wonte ye no wadaro ma me mfa chop ma ye mpese ye be che oni atwo so ne no akoye asem foforo kra ti de yesre ne se esutobre o enye esutobre o esese o ma wa ho ne die ene se de o si kura ufi no ehia o kese pa esutobre o no esutobre o eni ho kwan se wonim se sa bia we eyensuom usi dan wo ho a emwa eni ho kwan se wotu sa na mo esutobre o nye esutobre o ye besre untimi enkosiu dan kaseme de anwane abo na besi omamunu nyina kwan efa so ne gata nsuo famaye ebasa ha adwen yie pa ti mesre ewe adesede mesasre se moman yi sa nneoma nketinketi a esi ntokese no emfiri yesu ene ye ban mu ebiri bia yetu sa na mo no na Ghana enya ye ho mfaso na afi yaudie ni yona yedi ni kasa ye kasa titru fa nsu a eyiri yen na ese yinyapade no na tia na yeti so again mamin kanche local assemblies necessary he shouldn't have taken his excellency the president of the land Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo so obey power mo say wo hwe obi a wasi store anase diocese baby a mesre na ese kamotu wana monda dada na nda metese mensi krachi bi kase se de mampenya ma etumi enti ende se de ye ba nana bia ba panyimu bia ba you didn't need that mensi krachi me show team na team biem na hu hia sa de no echese na wankasa nkasa tumi a Ghana de show us through his excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo na wankasa won tiase eti mesre if your assembly is running an efficient system clearly some of these challenges spillovers they are very much avoidable timesre me bossa akoko no free se bra e wo mu de esi suto brem enti yan kai ho ne yi ye ho asutira ya hwe yi a na eno so no yone sronko na eba what is so painful is that enakoye June mi busa say ede na okai ede na mo na Ghana atu ede adesua na yesua film de bia da se me catch say yare ba kopa say easy to identify the problem moving forward no solving it no abaye a challenge for us yenim yare no yenim aduro no ne nom no na menim sɛ ayɛ den ama yɛ sɛ ɛdwono sɛ expiry date na aso apa ho sɛ ayɛyɛ ani ha sɛ yɛbɛnom aduro no whichever way I don't get it because obiara ni hɔ ɔbɛsolve Ghana problems ama yɛ obiara ni hɔ 3rd June ɛnyɛ da papa but what have we learnt 3rd June ɛnyɛ da papa the other time the sector minister was here and wohwɛ sika wɔ sɛ yɛde ate ɛyɛ ɔdɔ no mu kura no sustain yɛ intimate hwɛ sika akom so clearly sɛ saa sika sono wei akɔ sɛ yɛde ti yɛgata mu nko a na still we are in this situation we are in this mess there we need to relook at a lot of things that we do. That's why I humbly said to the president the other time that his frustration and desperation was unneeded. Because mampanyin nankasa o captain nankasa esha se demonstrate say wato baha. And then ye di eche ye baha tori de e be bro be 100 times. Because you're a leader. In good times, in bad times, in odd times, in ugly times, in every time, you need to demonstrate that leadership quality. Now, citizens, you know, muchafa asese mo demonstrate, you know, asese mo demonstrate. Building Ghana cannot 100% be the responsibility of the party in power, i.e., the president with power. Even though the executive system demands a lot of powers. Eti okokokokokokokwa obeba be wi ewo his excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo so okokokokokoko na FM yebekwa wadwo asafo case ho yebekwa ba be wi Jubilee House his excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo yebekwa efia hodo atwa enwo hia yebekwa ba be wi Jubilee House Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo so eho na ejina that's the last stop. That's why the president and his appointees no esese omubo omuhono mbo mampanyin bo Ghana. So some of these things, no, enye hwe sama nyoma enta san fa maye. Mame koma na meto am nkoma hwe beko eye infringement na onim say MPP amanyoko no out of the 16 regions, no, as we speak aka eye the central regional wono betimi amasa wono regional elections abato no etimi edimuna awie peyo. Oye Central Region, Secretary, MPP, Richard Techi Mensa, Rich, Afishapa. Party Ajuma Boko.
But you be under now, Queen.
Abraboso Boko.
Yamena, Vivian record Kama.
Election, I would never be so Boko.
Oh, Yamako, pa.
Bibia H. Nyame adema echina obeto
omahen monfa kwan azama na minchi etefu a ewabri wote Asampa FM Ekosiisen nyame ya adoma MPP amanye ko pipi mantom ochina ebenhe 2022 regional annual delegate conference na ono na abato okan nyame adoma babado wodun conference nursing training college ochina June 4 2022
Makale eye nioma ewa akwan osi akwan hodo nyina no makale fri ho
enyo amahin manna oyo oho kakra man ye last week yentu yanto Ekunfi constituency election na 1 year na oyo endeda national party regional party constituency party mpanyimfu twa na man wodi yetuye meje kese adro ipokwema Ekunfi constituency oguda worto aba constituency officers so ntuma adensandan na yenya new officers for Ekunfi constituency number man o china no all the 23 constituencies in the region I hold elections in the Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem na regional elections also.
So what really delayed the election Ekunfi no
Mako doing there with the consensus election Ekunfi no the consensus elections committee disqualify Brent Ekurbi contest for chairmanship position. Now, our regional appeals committee by appeal. Now, appeals committee report to Okopwe National, Okopwe ADR. Enti ended that in the ADR report and obey. No obey ma yatina da abiruwe mokwe ma na watu abe. Now no the mra last week Friday ke kwatu aban. In the report na MI. Now no so na Brenta no okwa court enyon mpo oye part from maybe I was contest election no. Okwa court or apply for interlocutory injunction then one found to regional election do nan da yakwa court na yakwa court asam na adika uti share e brand or be na so sabi what say mpanyimfo we won tinefema asebian for international party regional party consensus party na wushim na wa ka asam ma yetoye man wa yakunfi consensus election.
I see. Enti omu wie na dia na se china ekwan da hono no.
Mbochonyo na nneda na regional chairman on no call for regional conference no or the invitation ma the delegates or regional officers, constituency officers, national council reps from the region, members of parliament, TESCON reps, regional council of elders, regional council of patrons in other na me adoma ochina or Memenda June 4, 2022, 9 a.m. Here, regional annual delegate conference was Dunkofin Nursing Training College. And the invitation and notice no out to that.
I see. Say would you say unkwana oko into other here for the contest other positions no?
Oh, I'm a position more one yipakura or contest him. But I'm one yeman. Mother Roma, the part from Mother Roma, Tamachi. Mama some party wa kwan ahorodo na bibia de the party we are so suma amada someone see me adoma ochina obere new mandate na ma call ma someone as the regional secretary but yaba regional chairmanship position na oye baasa the current regional chairman Robert Kutin Jr. will seek re-election na nipo other second Alfred Kojo Thompson. In the third person here, Joseph Kobina Esibu, our regional treasurer. Yeah, but first vice, no, the regional organizer and the contest for regional first vice chairmanship position. President is Kweku, former Efutu consensus chairman, Chairman Theophilus Kojo Efum Ham, Nesu Ojinem, and former Cape Coast North consensus chairperson. The Ram of Fine Emisa, but new official Sisle Kofi, won a contest for the first vice chairmanship position. Yeah, but second vice chairmanship position now. The certain regional second vice chairman, Kingsley Kofika Karibonzi, Ojinem, former MCE for Utu Senya East, Honorable Mark Yasuma Mensa, Nisu Ojinem, in a former regional women's organizer Nanama Abrefi Nisu Ojinem. Say Ober Secretary on a Mosomfo, Mother Bibia Techimensa, now one Armstrong Esa in a year contest. For regional treasurer, why are nine? The deputy regional women's organizer for Sinaba, na former consensus treasurer for Human Lower Dentura, Francis Asari, Zojinem, and Kojo of Makia, Kojo Trematin, Madra Fine C4C, Zo Ojinem, and a captain Eyi Aqua, Zoya 4 for the treasurer position. Assistant secretary, Zo Wire 4, Oyachas, Kojo Odum, the Royal Friend CK Mankesim, and Ebenezer Odro Ansa, Emmanuel Odro Ansa, media pass secretary for Ekumfi, and Noah Ose Asenso, immediate past council secretary for Ejumakun Enyan Esiam, and Kweku Nyakon Kumsin, and also immediate past research officer for Gomwa Central, on a contest for assistant secretary position. For regional women's organizer, the certain regional women's organizer, Charlotte Ajwe entry, and the certain assistant regional secretary Sarah Afo. Who be in na what were 3. Now former regional women's organizer Madam Agnes Owusu. So also were 3. For regional organizer, were 2. The certain regional youth organizer, honorable regional organizer Anthony Kuzisaki. Now former regional youth organizer Francis Ejeku Donko. For youth organizer, so we 2. The current national TESCON coordinator, Anobi Bedu, I don't know if it's Snow, and Kenneth Kwanza. For national coordinator, we have the current regional national coordinator, Abubakar Osman. No, one person from Eutusinya is King Safiano Dagaba. He will contest for the various positions. Regime.
Watch yourself as secretary. I have to support you because said it was here. Party members in idea good trips they go from Zarum.
Oh, you know, the Central Regional, when it comes to institutional memory, you contest second position of British Minister. Each of the one way nowhere.
I see. Mamena was it. Nabamba won't say much to say.
Oh, Yaminadum, or the elections committee, the Honorable Transport Minister, Honorable Kweko Furesem, or down. Why is she saying, when you speak to Puned in Sawado, and maybe at the now cream, when electoral commission for so, where in Sawado, maybe at the now cream, maybe all the electoral commission wants a camp much there, maybe the nuclear much over to what you need now. And no cream, maybe at the now cream, and me at Doma. About to Mokodu Jojo. So far, so good.
All right.
All the aspirants ways when winning. What we are campaign in a decent manner. Na regional party when you soon the why we see there. About the ma party ba walk way in Arano. When you win, one call on comport to one na yan to aben ni officers. Neighbor in a Korean old day, you more Central MPP among you could. So here region or the decided region part of a region or form the next government. That they may a crowd right from polling station to lecture area to concert to region. It's a mess in my party, my crowd over here, you break the 18 up. Modo ya Korea, and where you the young couple not or Chibu.
Okay, so
Central MPP.
Richard Tetchiman said, I didn't want to be the Jumanya mentioned here. That's it. The breakdown what you but this is a release from the minister, sector minister. Asenso Boache, Francis Asenso Boache, Minister for Works and Housing, and I read, it says that Ghana remembers fire and flood victims of June 3rd, 2015 disaster. Today marks the 7th anniversary of the June 3rd 20 disaster, which claimed over 150 lives following flooding and an explosion at the Goya filling station at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. As we mark another anniversary of this sad event, I wished to, on my own behalf and on behalf of government and people of Ghana, express my deepest condolence to the families and friends of the victims of the disaster. Our thoughts and prayers remain with them. The Akufo-Addo government remains committed in honoring the memory of our departed friends by continuing and intensifying the efforts to find lasting solutions to the perennial flooding challenges in Accra and across the country. It is in that spirit that government is currently collaborating with the World Bank to invest $200 million to implement the Greater Accra Resilient and Integrated Sanitation and Solid Waste Management Challenges in the Odo Drainage Basin. While effort to procure a contractor for dredging the Odo under international competitive bidding is underway, Dredge Masters will continue with their ongoing engagement to clear solid waste in the drainage channel to make room for stormwater and reduce the risk of flooding. Additionally, the government has since taken office in January 2017 to date committed an unprecedented amount of 450 million Ghana cedi in the National Flood Control and Priority Drainage Program. The government will continue to invest more resources across the country in ensuring that not only is the current perennial flooding challenge comprehensively addressed, but also that the country builds resilience against future flood risk. While the government is making every effort to ensure flood risk is minimized, it is important to highlight that government alone cannot achieve this goal. It must be a shared responsibility. It is therefore incumbent on every citizen to complement the effort of government and be more responsible in the manner we dispose of solid waste. Individuals need to desist from depositing household waste in drains in order to maintain drainage capacity and reduce the likelihood of flooding. Additionally, individual home builders need to avoid paving their compounds and make room for water by introducing vegetation to reduce the volume of storm water runoff from the compounds into the public drains. I wish to call on MMDs to strictly enforce the planning laws and building codes while preventing development in waterways, floodplains, and wetlands. I sincerely hope we will all join government in honoring the memory of the departed by doing our bit to curb the incidents of flooding in the country in order to protect lives, livelihoods, and the health of all. May the souls of our departed friends and family members rest in perfect peace. And is signed, Francis Asenso-Boakye, Minister for Works and Housing. Another way, Abba. So on that note, Mama Gordon, you're okay with this?
Yeah, the statement, no.
Yeah.
Oh, why not send here a church road here? Bad na 2015, eh? And now 2016.
2015, yeah.
2015. It's 7 years in here.
Yeah, 7.
Today, yes, I will say, apart from, see, and that no, a jar, a say, Yanuntin a mad in a year who and the passes are. But you must say, and she had done a year far crown. It means sensi be one. And she had that day, no. Egusuhiri. Nyamina yencha, Nyamina adum de say, eja ensi, enkoto baby. E kebeti menya worst situation. She na say, even motorway kura mpuzo to a. She tete kwashi. If I say free airport, airport Madina, airport police station, and nimu hono mo kwa Sangrela hono, e ko do tete kwashi itself. E so ta baby aka anko. Na ejina nsuo num. E kwan ne de branch ko hia no, wo ko straight say ya. E ko standards authority hono mu say ya.
Esu jina ho.
Sempa FM.
Bebre.
Ofa Jowulu, o say ECG for war. Equipment facility be over the faso.
And also both roads na it's not bebre. It imagine say jafa mu ade na be. Eti jade pe na ma abiem, edi nyame ase na e bom pese bi so ma biem. But flood ne de koso. Say the work no. Aban I spend so much e woso. But minimum ni yeti za fu de obi nya akrabo hod motus wo nya 75%. We got to 85%. By such remarks, and they say more room for improvement. Because we share aquatic capacity, we 99. The more room for improvement. But they are buying here. Also, to be more now we become home. Yeah, call on people say we should be more responsible. Yeah. But and some money soon to the teaching. And nuntina embra ewoviasi. Se ka se dipa kwa betimi aye responsible ka ye mra because nipa ye wo ho no ye nimu mra wo aye se ye enforce mra ene ehu mra se emra ni wiase a baby wo de ka na wo bi de be sha head on but emra wo ho ntum se fa benku na be fa nifa aban enforce niema assembly do na assemblies no. But that's why I said say na ni hu kwan krampo say mampanyin ana be kai local assemblies ne say efri na kwei adwuma am dia hye musase monye obi a oba si edai wo bia nsuo obi a ne ye ene nsuo hu nsem be yi no my mom would say but that to me no o man paying da o catch us say ono ko gina na name wo mansi ono o can kan say to me na o man paying the amount so ultimate this to me no di ye adwuma e je na wo tena ho man paying ana ebe ka to say the sector minister asenso AGN citizens ya so din that edge na I understand but say o sa kai na assemblies necessary mo assemblies no mo hwe na neoma ese fata bia no so mo nya no na e kire wo say e seem to be aba jumadia
e seem to bebre enye bio e seem to bebre o man na the president kan ye no even so express the frustration krampa no and I pity him. I agree with him and I pity him. But in terms of leadership, we better question say, "When are your man penny? When they are the national was it why must you that why must you express your frustration to us?" But also you dependent na babum we. One babum watch na watch the ni abre. Beside beyond that no, NS ye say after bosumi nsia. Enipa a report to ama assembly ni say ade wei ekoso de no maye na do munye na mampanyi tie ya e de no mampanyi be ye okay say after 6 months more mampanyi enka na track I was say with man go for round
Gordon as we speak now
yes
Ga East
you don't hear
from Abokobi to Ablaje to Abogba to Westland Westland to Wisconsin University on that stretch on the Honsu hold on the Free State region and
yes
on that stretch no I'm for put two up structures in fact last year maybe I put up those structures no one ton cement one ton tiles one ton
iron rods
one ton pempro one etre ensure betwi fa won nyina neoma no so early this year on asashase choba cement tiles elia pempro omasashase the assemblies are seen some of them have seen so much
stop work
produce permit it means you stop work but hold on clearly you cross no dwene da say ensuo nie ahane na ensuo no not even more than 100 meters
and obi no obema permit etiduade ne gu
they keep building and it's spreading etwasoko
yes
it is ohwe me so ma me si me dan ni wie nyame anim nie esa se me de ujami amaye ni o ma ebia ensem fata because we are mouth to me as a tua o ka say hwesa mereyo we ye yafa no sa asutwi bi ho se kokobo bi ho ana wo yi asutrentima so every time the assembly people are unable to tell me say from the stretch how free aboku bi ba so what I say no aba bedu ablaje no akodu agboba no akodu Wisconsin University that stretch no omo hu hwe
e to mo fa hin hwe oman at somewhere 2012 ajiga no baby you Greek of 4 pylons yi e ho nenam me pon me kofie bia no na ma hu se enkofo de kiosk container number besi ho after within 2 weeks me hwa ne say more than 30 na ye da besi ho domo enkofo abetet na se it one day na me so me ko adenta municipality ako municipal assembly me ko report ama wo oman me draw the man opa be 9:30 me for na wanabo
ade
me kura asem hia me po obi a report to ade na man say enkofo asisom containers ebe settle wa ha ma illegal structures no modeba me for that one abo e da so crazy ho and imagine say enye me na data me what time a metimi me obra
interested
ya me interested da one ebeko
FM
me a banker me ta so say me kwakota
no me sasa da
and the assemblies na efeli wo man no mi assemblies bi de minyi wotwe nyi adoa minyi wotwe enyi adoa assemblies no efeli o man no because president emma building permit who ko si danya assembly and a building permit be ma obi di application akono etimi di afe na mo responding one so atona saasi we said the mo respond dia Messi no wasi na Mercy for the catch us go fra ba ho we dey we akwasem do go hu no mabu bi di akyerɛ oba ope bi kakra de ama no eno ano no et assemblies na oman omugu oman e fere so oman no na e wo mu hia new orientation. They eventually like they exist in name and then my so mo ye no oman omunye uja man kwa dia na de makoto masase na mekuta be plan maji be side plan me the application aba se ma me kwana me kosi dan just obi kotua scancer kotua bribe one to ya dia and then ya fe ne ye fe de say ye ma permit se kosi wodan. If we are saying fan develop country bed wakoba bia yam planning.
Do we need more of Zoom lions
to do what?
Waste recycling.
Tomo recycle na Ghana recycle waste.
We need to cultivate that habit.
Oh. It's a matter of now we recycle and baby a flat na eba no enye waste nkwa na ye ne sao. Ya sisi dan wo water waste. Waste. Enye waste nkwa na ye sao. Ya sisi dan wo water waste. From her unfortunately people be brain scan ya bodam.
Enipa dodo
na people be brain scan ya jimi. People be brain scan na jini se hunyas enso da ho o ye se basic pillars akese na ya feel it. As if we see stop nso from raining again. Na ya feel as pillars akese wo jeska na wasi kakaka ade any 2 days enso to no enso to ya neko. Na akos bu obi dan agu na akoye sei etiye no de ye ho no for me amagana na yedi na bro enemrem ese minister ka bibisa about the statement no which I agree with him enemrem wo be ko bi fie pavement blocks wall to wall we wie no asa to artificial flowers no dey see in the living room. The corridor is for porches so na is what artificial flowers. Obias cement ni fie. It is so to enko hen. Meanwhile yes cement fie no anymore so gata ni ho. Anymore gata ni ho. Obi betu atwa gata man, obi tibi twa gata free na nim sei. Area be 100 meters. Otwa enko dwan ni bibia.
Otwa to kwanum se.
Otwa to kwanum.
Ebi swimming pool no. Onu hohuru in fact reality wo is it Madina rather Madina Ogbojo as we speak if ye be swimming pool makoho
adu onya ko hu
makoho report nyeze be kokohu nam jao area ho form ti ho nyina no
ahoro mu jare
omusuro se esi papa no usika
sisi man kan jero wonya ska bodam
isuo no obia ase kwan mu ni nyina Ghana aboka
eti apart from waste na ya tugun ye no podi nyamenum ni kure say say e ba from kakra nyamenum ni kure ni first ready
taxi drivers for yan country wonim say nipa dodo na agya ne ma wo mo kaa ne ma ehia na omo ye brighter no kwan chen
no yato
kwan chen
akwan bia no makọ park you
yeah bebia no mo horo
ana mo horo tide no
yeah owie ya no wa prapra ka nim nyina kwan nim a horo na
no aye fia gu ho no okọ ade akiri se ensuo to na sa gata yi no digo na ekochoki gata no obo aban etiri so why
me sha na me ka se ensuo atoto nyina ya tetete gata se nyina embesi efia yi free gata se nyina na ye ka se selfie no eda susunsun ho
ada so gukwan no ho me o man ade ba ko de se ensuo to flood de baga na de honestly speaking me gidi se yem se nipa abre ho na say go for kofa by daily graphics 63 as then
yeah
what I say I think say ya bre ho was said aban take decision wo ho na wo ye bibi na wo punish nipa na in fact assemblies krampo no at a point in time I was aban to me a shop mo se ka chem mo KPIs ni so mo di bi ka ho say key performance index ni say look wo wa potem ho dum no en so to a tell you fedipa eti ye hwe ye bibi wo ho say so to tell you fedipa ye betima pam because ehwe Ghana ye de no assemblies the assemblies a ye mo assembly no so bo e aban de bo no so bo
o man mu ni nyina nkasa attitude towards punishment
ayaban
on my money no your attitude to the say hankwan ya hye mra implement mra no one selective two
ehwehwɛ di mu emrani ehwehwɛ di mu what you say eti ye na nka ye kasa assembly we ebia flood na course say ni say mo na say ka mutimi eye sei ni say manye nti yasaki nipa na ebia ka nipa betimi yasaka
la dog me bebem but yakabia no ye nhyase ye hwe say Ediana, yaka assemblies, local assemblies, ya more responsibilities.
Omunim dadaw.
Yen shas yema Ghana for ne aban so and tempano because say minister catch him say 400 million or 400 million Ghana cedis over. As I think 450 to quote him Ghana cedi. Ana ye de atititi odonuma akra Kenya sadia. But how?
I will be better wakaso because and nice was still the yehu. But how so that here?
But I didn't see it, sir.
Sir, you see, solution in your or buy a team.
But I know na maybe say.
I mean, but solution no.
What we are experiencing now, no dear.
It is a very immediate term. What about long term?
But I'm saying that miners say, Sikasunu say, and we are saying we want results, and we are saying that we are not going to enforce anything. We are saying that Subina a team that Danan and yes, I
them. Yet them because baby so the free bano ebegum obija cycler odibegum enumere na kwato ball egum what I say enti short term by na say people immediate term they say asemasi yenkwati wodonu but for me that's not the solution right. But me musa nkofo hu Larry ti hu dada ni ti omo hu ti hu da we dey do as the honest now and then Friday nkofo show ti hu gaka because there be Larry say chew ade
oh my goodness. Mr. Kobo Larry Dugbe that bo anase bo the Herald the Obokrata no.
Every abehu ni the picture.
Bo the pictures.
Yeah, the team
Larry Dugbe.
Yeah, one seche.
The Herald the Obokrata no.
Okay.
Larry Mebana Mamencha education minister. Now again I know I can say 11 questions. Question number 1 is K Technologies Pamcho Montromano.
Hey, Omambazo.
K Technologies. Who are they? And why does the minister keep saying they did the training? Where is the contract and PPA approval to procure them? Mr. Minister, you didn't go on measure say that bako sir. Because I perceive the facts of the reality, no. At 20 year kono. Bako sana yebusebusa na kakra. So K for Mr. Minister just come and explain to us enipa won say the be boa ama question bako mienu miensa enai enum na baba no. Again, Mr. Minister, was the training done on the Edmodo learning management system for teachers ana?
Na minister oi.
O na menene kasei.
Oi.
Minister na menene kasei.
O za line so.
Larry Akwaba.
Oh, but you can make us be o za line so because me expect answer.
Yeah, be discuss.
Oh, okay. Oh, mati.
Larry Akwaba. Uni ke phone na mana.
Ndebi.
Okay.
But
the Herald say the Herald say politicians and men of God dish out 25 million Ghana cedi state money to mystery company for controversial national cathedral.
Hey, mystery company.
What run your mouth? MPPs Amwakuba wants party to remain Akan Oli. Calls Baumia outsider who only came to serve a Kufuado.
Yeah. Hey, or man would differ. I do reading. And it's a repeat cry.
Okay.
Because a young crassic dear ayatete kwasem.
Okay.
Why there was it?
Dr. Makoba.
Say it should remain Akan party. Ghana Constitution does it support that? Ghana Constitution is a ultimate political party based on ethnic. Ethnic what campo. He should be ashamed of himself. Said they. Hey, now
he granted interview.
Hey, Semuni.
or granting interview.
Now we to be cast some way.
Oh, but I think even the Joy FM crowd published. My Joy
we are aware of this.
published.
Oh me who, but you see, as some way this is so.
Yes, so the positive aspect of it.
There's no positive aspect of it. There's no positive.
The encouraging aspect is what you have said.
That what?
That in the constitution of this land,
Uh-huh.
I don't know what can.
And support to Sadia no so.
That's it.
Eti what no person watch no. Hey, well man before, I'm telling you. Ghana drew baby a yes Sadia ye twem. Untimi nte political party based on even religion and I'm a
No.
based on baby obi free. Untimi na akan party. Jai. But Papa no be friend. We shouldn't give him that opportunity to say because he's very low.
Or political science.
Jai. We're very low.
That's what you're doing.
That's also for retirement.
Yeah, KNUS.
I think so for retirement. And then Papa will never contest NPP national chairman. When you say,
Oh, there be some name Madia.
there be when you say, what said the father which political science in Chelsea wouldn't be out. What's a political science and so what? Me say me political science. It doesn't mean say me talk what a political party I be winning elections ana. One more in fact school of communication studies. Or more much exchange journalism man kasa busa will say how well did they fare when they were practicing journalism? Busa. How well did they fare when they were even producing newspapers? How well? And I Larry Bebois. It's a type of man come but now on be time want to know pontificating now. Now you shouldn't do this, they shouldn't do that. I say what people did be here. Difference will be as you. Theory or
theoretical.
Yes.
Journalism.
The practical aspect is different.
Yes.
It's different.
A different ball game altogether.
Lara Kwaba.
I
I'm the winner show into 25 million state money in a company.
Your friend, I think it's in the story.
So, Larry, so Odena and Yenia, oh, say, my name is mentioned the story. I say, yes. Only Larry Dugby, my main cow, Larry Dugby, senior journalist.
God is made up.
Yenyan Ruho. Oman Yenyan Ruho.
You know,
that be Yenyan Ruho.
The
me in my case, me here, Kukuba couldn't blessings answer.
Okay.
So also the web prepare.
I want to get it. The Kufuor government, blah. Let me see where you have it. So you have
in commune, so the
cow bank account. Okay, so what's the name of the company? Is it Ribadi Limited?
Yeah, I think so. That's it.
Ribadi Limited.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what is it?
I think
Ribad or
Ribadi.
Ribadi or Ribad?
Yeah, Ribadi.
Ribadi.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No, my day.
Oh, okay. So, about this story has been going on for some time, including it's a national cathedral construction. And China, this letter came out saying the Minister of Finance say yen releases 25 million Ghana cedis and from company, for works they have done as far as with national cathedral is concerned. But what happened was the letter that is in circulation, every way, or Minister for Finance, but the Minister of Finance is also saying that he had gotten instruction from Chief of Staff, to release this amount of money to this particular company, and that the company was to be paid through its bank account, Cal Bank.
Company, no?
Yes. Independence Avenue.
I'm more active on behalf of Cathedral now.
Yes, that they are supposed to be working on the Cathedral. And that the company is supposed to be paid this amount of money. And they released the money. The money is in.
Money from
the state coffers. And this was paid almost to us March 30th.
March?
Yes, March. This year. March 30th. And the money is supposed to go into for works they have done.
It was not stated.
No, they just said the works they have done. It was stated in the letter.
But so what really is the issue?
The issue is, I think the discussion prior to all this was to the effect that when this whole thing came up about national cathedral construction, the president made us aware, and others said that Omaino was not going to spend even a dime. The state was not going to spend even a dime on it, and that is going to come from, goodwill from others, Yibima, and so on, to a point that fundraising here in Ghana. There is also a video where the finance minister Echo Israel, and also went launching an appeal for fund. The president, Archbishop Duncan Williams, and many others, they also travel out of Ghana to US to go and do fundraising for the same national cathedral. On top of that, almost a year away, scratch card beads.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the Ibima stuff. Right?
Oh, okay.
Godwin said, $100.
Ibimo chief of, I think the national chief imam, donated CKB.
Yeah, about 50,000 or so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And many others have contributed so much into this, project. Now, to wake up one fine morning, and this letter is in circulation, said this amount of money, 25 million Ghana cedis, has been pumped into a project that president say Obia Enyewe, Obia Entua Humbibiano.
Omaino assassin.
I mean, to have woken up to this particular letter shocks everyone. Now, then also you ask yourself, all the monies that
donating.
Exactly. Donating. Where is the money? Where is the money? How much has been realized? Out of all that, nobody knows. At least the three of us here, we don't know how much money has been contributed. Okay. Now, if the state has come to that point where, let's say, it's run out of cash, and they needed to do something, and I said the government needs to do something, what you do is then the complexion of this whole thing changes. It changes to that point where we have to now go for competitive bidding, because states release of state resources and as a procurement, has a certain process that it goes through.
So Omani BTS
exactly.
As I said, go through Shishabi.
That's a public procurement law. Says that listen, you need to do bidding, and she said, if you will or mine and our expertise now are buying a panel, if you have it, you fit into it. You bring your way. The process is advertised, okay, and then you partake in that tender process. If Gordon is able to, and I said Larry Dogwe is able to, and I said the gentleman there is also able to, then we all put our idea, we put our expertise on paper and submit it. In this case, nothing of a sort has happened, because we have been made to believe by the government that no amount of money will go into this, at least from the state coffers. So nothing has been advertised. Nobody has expressed any interest whatsoever. But to have woken up and a letter is being issued that the equivalent of $3 million has been paid to this company. Who owns the company? Who are the directors? How did they come into this? What specific role are they performing as far as this project is concerned? How many other companies do we have to know about that are partaking in this? How much money is the state spending on this at the end of the day? I mean, you just throw the thing in there. They'll say, then people have been asking, how much is it costing? We don't know. Yenim. But you see, I mean, you can't say you are an apostle of rule of law. You believe in processes. You can't be corrupt. You have never been corrupt and so on. But when your art suggests corruption, people can't relate. What are the procurement laws saying? The president has said, listen, no, not even a dime. And I think Reverend Opuni Frimpong is also quoted, variously, saying that no state money will go into this particular project. Why are we here where we are releasing 25 million Ghana cedis to a private company that you don't know about, that he doesn't know about, that I don't know about.
Godwin.
Yes.
That Ghanaians don't know about.
What I know, and it's cathedral no hon komo buy no. A bank has obey seed capital as a seed money for the construction of the cathedral. A bank kind.
When?
Na meba. Me kai say ora kanu frata kan parliament kurampo. Di hwe?
Yeah.
You see my check is here we Thursday 15th November 2018. National Cathedral government to provide seed money. Ufuriata. Finance Minister Ken Ufuriata has disclosed that the government will provide the seed capital for the construction of the controversial National Cathedral. The disclosure of Mr. Ufuriata is in sharp contrast with government's persistent claim that it is only facilitating and providing the land for the project and will not make direct financial contributions. The source of financing of the religious edifice has been a matter of controversy in Ghana, with many identifiable groups, including the Trades Union Congress, challenging the essence of the project. However, it is representing the 20 headline National Cathedral government to provide seed money Ufuriata dated 15th November 2018. Now, me read was presenting the 2019 budget in Parliament Thursday. The Finance Minister said, in quote, Mr. Speaker, on March 6th, 2017, the 60th year of an independence, the President cut the sword for the construction of a national Christian cathedral for the country that will provide the space for national events of a religious nature. A national monument, the cathedral will house impressive chapels and baptistry, 5,000 seat main auditorium, expandable to 15,000 people for national events and celebrations. It will include, among others, a grand central hall, a music school, so. And then was saying, the National Cathedral will also bequeath to the country a gracious national park for all Ghanaians, bring new skills, technology, and jobs to the country, and will act as a beacon to national, regional, and international tourists. Mr. Speaker, the state is facilitating this process by providing the land, the secretariat, the seed money for the preparatory phase. Oman, budget statement. And this budget was approved in Parliament. Was say, Mr. Speaker, the state is facilitating the process by providing the land, the secretariat, and seed money for the preparatory phase. Preparatory phase is the money you want to know. Mr. Bafo Nancy, about what to am not don't go form. And I just think it true. About to am not don't go now more than a dear association. Eti, you see, Larry Rezi issue be a critical say procurement process. But when Abai will provide this seed capital, the amount of musi ade no. It is Abai say omo de ba koma benkum anase nifa. Abai select. Me jidi says a payment we ya Abai aye no. For all you know, bia omo ka che nkofo no say cathedral for no say ye pese dis kind mamu ye fanya den no oh we ma ye adwuma ma ye to pay to the company. It is possible. It is very, very possible say cathedral for the cathedral say we ma ye adwuma ma ye, but you see cathedral no ho nkomo no, and we must say it enkomo no anya desa enkomo no anko feko anko straightforward na kanye saa eka yesi asori dan a awsi yakopɔ animu nyama eka na ka controversy bibiri beba ho saa ebi mo amfa full picture no o man penti ama Ghana fo ante ase, because don't be surprised say Abel Larry win obetell pulu the voice of now so for back about the professor from point say opulu the voice ba opulu from pon now was say government emphasize one city to emma na president so minim so no so aka bia na so won kan bi won ka say aban emphasis ka bia nsimu a na ene ye kwakoto 25 million abraya sa aka the parliament 2018 4 years ago ama parliament aja tum say Ghana be provide seed money amedisi cathedral no. Where is the hula balloon? Oh, enti ehun komo no me aban ansi to man kan ma frontal ye say ni ena ekwa say ubusa question a do bebusa no do onim waka ubusa kofi a do onim no waka ubusa akoso a do onim no waka afo be wi abeka ni na abomu no na contradictions so enye tidy.
Okay, Larry.
But I think that's for intervention. Sure. I'll say from what he read, I think that Kenoforiata has been one. You know. Anyway, but maybe I'll find a word. But seed money. Gordon, don't you see it's vague?
Oh!
No, wait.
I agree with you. Say seed money. Vague. I was even expecting. Money. I was even expecting like a parliament in Pobeka say how much is the seed money?
Of seed
what
money?
I said, I come out there too. Ebi like appropriation bill no. Almost seed money ni yes ebi $2 million. Ni a try to ho. It is a cost parliament hands at ma. You better make reference to.
The government will provide seed
money.
So when you say seed money, it's vague.
What I see?
It's vague. So we can see another letter saying there.
A seed money.
50 million Ghana cedis
part of the seed money
released. Mm-hmm. Okay, to let's say AB&J company, and it's seed money. Then 2 weeks later, and as 2 days later, we see another letter. 25 million has been released to Q&Q Limited. Seed money. Do you understand? I mean, listen, I don't think Ken Oforiatta was even managing data bank like this.
Hey.
Was he managing data bank like this? If he was, he should say.
Now then, could you job like on Tweety?
Are they?
Documents from the Office of the President confirm that in 2021 alone, President Akufo-Addo authorized an astonishing 32 million Ghana cedi of taxpayers' fund to be paid to Sir David Ajayi and Associates Limited for consultancy on his National Cathedral project.
Okay.
57 million Ghana cedis so far, more to come, and a short of Office of the President actuals from January, December, and payment of consultant service on new bids. Interview.
No. Yeah. Oh man, I think that the Larry Kaya. Say, the parliament to call you. Seed money, now you say.
Yeah, exactly.
I think so. On this occasion, I'll blame Parliament. I'll let say don't me approve. Why didn't they? I say, because the seed money.
Yeah. They all can.
Yeah.
Yentimi nka se onyame ya adoma Ghana aban ebeboa cathedral na yesi no with sika
saying
twen
okay
me no ya adwene with sika na ye gya ho saa na ye ko and say as we speak seed money ni bi if it is true and e dey to Ajayi kan seed money ni bi na e dey akoma
25 million we no
and the next seed money no ebeba it is seed money there seed money
saying send ye kwa so ko bo na bia ye bob afore na that dey because a pledge over pledge say yes we remember 2000
so we have an idea
yes
how much the seed money is
yes
as we speak we don't have
no
which is dangerous.
Listen, the system is broken, or maybe there's no system after all.
No ceiling to that name.
Exactly, there's no ceiling. Just pay. So you are building something for God. When you wake up, you tell us that, oh, God in your house, when the president went to the US, I'll say, the Oforiatta fee and Akufo-Addo fee, it is, used to be the place of God or places of God. And they wake up every morning, they do Bible events and reading, morning devotion and everything and so on. And then in the evening, they do benediction before they go to bed. Okay? And this is how they were raised. I'm not sure that God raised them to be reckless. Or the Bible they read. And you are always quoting Bible. Oh my, it's getting, too frustrating. Okay? So you wake up and then you're the way about to name seed money. And listen, the National Cathedral is costing this country so much, you have no idea. Do you know that place, Baby Awono, used to be the bungalows for judges and other state officials? Ask where have they been put? Where have they been relocated?
Oh, but said baby.
No, find out. And how much money government is paying on it? There's a claim that they have been moved into a private residence. Okay, like estate houses built by a certain company, and government is paying dollars upon dollars on that.
Really?
Find out. Judges used to be there. You remember?
Yes, I don't mean anyone.
The judges issued a statement.
Oh, that's what they are number for, sir.
You get it? Where have they been relocated to? Whose properties are they occupying? How much has the state paid so far? And how much is the state paying for the judges?
Media, I think
it's costing us land. I mean, it's costing us money. And you know something? Guess what? This is the same man, Oforiata, who said, listen, government is cutting down on wasteful expenditure.
Well, Mami court now. Ero kuja to black kwa bene ntwetwe nkomo na yemra back to.
O ma impacho we abusa ne say e ba parliament. Omo the ceiling to so na mo afa ceiling na to. Why?
Good afternoon, Apom say.
Good afternoon, Amahene. Nyame Adam Apom here. Na we.
Nyame Adam ye nyina ye toa adwene se bia Ghana e be konkan na afa nto ba pefra. Yeah, that's it for your time, but in your tweet we are seeing certain figures here, but even before that, sa sika ye seed money no. What the home come out parliament na?
Yo, edekain, my main for na. The National Cathedral Project. No kreno eye bako. And sa no kreno and the project share all the budget statements from 2017 to 2022. And I challenge Asempa, my team, my production team, and say you have a very solid production team. And at TF1, everybody should peruse the budget. Available on the website of the Ministry of Finance, all the budgets. Perusi budget and our kind all the budgets so far presented to Parliament. There is no allocation, I repeat, no allocation in the budget for the National Cathedral Project. A line item say National Cathedral this year. This is how much government projects to spend into Parliament of Ghana mo approve it and my there's no such allocation. Into Ubisa all 275 MPs say National Cathedral no the so-called seed capital from taxpayer funds no you're saying what is the quantity, what is the amount. No MP can tell you that. I repeat, no member of parliament can tell you, sir, the so-called seed capital, no, 5 million, and 10 million, and 20 million, and 100 million. No member of parliament can tell you that. Into the cost of the total project, in public pronouncements, I almost say it's about $200 million. No? As a member of parliament, I do not know the component, the percentage of that $200 million, which is the basis for the seed capital. I remember, sir, Abraham Kasa Omo communication from day one. Almost 30 years, Omo said they would not burden the Ghanaian people. The Ghanaian taxpayer will not be disturbed about this project. Now, Omo fundraising, Yibima. Indeed, on your own station, all kind various publications on the cost of this project. In 2018, there was a reverend minister who is on the board, or the Tuja, and it's available online. Or say, government not using taxpayers' money to build National Cathedral. August 27, 2018, posted at 5:36 p.m. Adom Online. Immediate past General Secretary of the Christian Council of Ghana, Reverend Dr. Kwabena Opuni Frimpong, says government will not pay for the yet-to-be-built National Cathedral. Speaking on Asempa FM's Ekosiisen show on Monday, Dr. Opuni Frimpong said President Akufo-Addo will only facilitate the acquisition of land for the project, but will not finance it as is being speculated in the public domain, unquote.
Okay, so we have a checks. When the presenting the 2019 budget in Parliament, that was a Thursday.
Yeah.
The finance minister said, and I am quoting, Mr. Speaker, on March 6, 2017, the 60th year of our independence, the president cut the sword for the construction of a national Christian cathedral for the country that will provide a space for national events of a religious nature. A national monument, the cathedral, the house, impressive chapels and baptistry, 5,000-seat main auditorium, expandable to 15,000 people for national events and celebrations. So clearly, if you go back to Wankasamo Parliament, there was a promise of a seat that was to kickstart the National Cathedral.
These are just words. It was just notification. Sir, I'm buying a shifting a position. Initially, almost say no public funds at all. And this was the first time I'm buying okay, taxpayers, mobile contribution. There will be a seed capital. But it ended there. It fell short of giving us figures. Now, budget there is about figures, the numbers. It's all about revenue and expenditure. How much you expect to raise, either through taxes, loans, grants, and what you will use the revenue for. Until when you go through all the pages of that budget, Minia, any allocation, not one.
But
indeed, since yesterday when I put out this document, I've been asking the Honorable Deputy Minister for Finance. He's not been able to tell us. He can't refer to any page, any paragraph, any appendix that captures the seed capital amount. And they should show us which amount, which page, and when they called on Parliament to approve the said amount. They should tell us.
No, can you back? The first point is that what number should be given? Abai Ensia Nemuni, that's our finance minister. Adiabetu just said. Abai Shishe Muno, Obehe, so this is Kasubi Ebeshe, a national cathedral, Sidimu, or Beshe Emu. Aba ye budget mu. Moye Dom Kuma, more Mrashibijim. Apart from saying to Dean, a yes, Sikasuna Edishimuno. More Musasa Kosa and say, na aban yo usu team policy will provide the seed capital. And you be on my own Sikasuno saying, and I'm shame. Why didn't we ask that question?
We did. Indeed. We did not only ask questions, we even protested. We objected. If you Google, T4 to me Google, you will see that Moamo Multimedia for you even made a story out of it during the debate on the budget. Dr. Dominic Ayeni, Onona Yekase, only did the church. And he even raised constitutional issues. Say, Okoye personal pleasure. Should you then come and burden the taxpayer and all of that? It was widely captured. And if you read the Hansard of that day, when we started the debate on the 2019 budget, now the minority raised it until we raised it, and we said we are opposed to it. Unconstitutional. In any case, what are the numbers? Is there? To me, I'll Google.
So, as we speak now,
I can Google it.
As we speak now, solution,
Yeah.
because
Dr. Yeni.
as we
Dr.
speak now,
Yeni.
as we speak now, solution, because he can call two napi. First one, and krata beto abontia 25 ekoi. And they were tweeting team nuguso or more cross checking to get the reality on the ground about this Ajayi Sika Yetuyamano.
Yeah, I know see 32 million.
So I am a bit confused at the same time. I am worried. My name is Ajayi Deni, President Nankasani Sika, and Odia Trianica, and a winning every consolidated Ababa Akosha Jumekunisa, and we are still paying the seed money or seed capital for the cathedral. Which one is which?
My main clear confusion. No. So far, also me serialize the documents I have in my possession. It's just this is just the second round. There's a third round ever. So far, all the 2 rounds we have put out, money from the consolidated fund. Sure say President Akufo-Addo is that generous to donate 32 million cedis. Onoankasa ne pledge or worried me. Obekaya was 100,000 cedis. That is what he pledged. So far, that is his personal fund. The only amount of money Onoankasa are donated to the project, 100,000 cedis. And this payment to Ajayi and Associates, from the consolidated fund and paid from the Chief of Staff's office. Chief of Staff raised a memo to the Finance Minister and Omo release Sikano to Ajayi and Associates. And Osha, the documents I have from the presidency, Media to Journal, you see the fact that it has been paid. And the code was every transaction via on the Give Me system. The Give Me system, transaction via a code. In the tweet, you see that extract.
I've seen that.
Because of some other information, it's right to put it out now. So I cut out the other information. I think that some of those items should be left confidential, at least for now. Until you see the Give Me code, 2210801. Until Ghana for Sika, the taxpayers' money. Until both releases, the Andra Diana they told you 25 million cedis. And that Diano, told you 32 million and some change. Indeed, 32 million 70,103 Ghana cedis and 2 pesos. That is all taxpayer funds are buying a release. Into first one I did told you and Drano, 25 million, it went to the rebate company limited. And at 32 million I call Ajayi and Associates into so far 57 million Ghana cedis of our taxpayers' money. That's what has been spent so far. But there is more. In my tweet, I said there is more. It is so far. I can tell you, I can confirm to you, sir, hundreds of millions of Ghana cedis and are buying between last year and this year on more spending on this cathedral project. All of it on our blind side in Parliament. Parliament didn't know until we obtained these documents. Now you name say these transactions were taking place. And it raises fundamental questions, constitutional questions, procurement law questions. Because when you say the entity they established, is not a procurement entity. They created it like a private sector, board of trustees, and Omoya in charge. There is no real ministry and a department or agency. And yet, we are releasing public funds to them. They are engaging companies, engaging consultants without following the procurement law. It is so murky. I would have thought, sir, if there is any project which must be carried out in a lot of purity, a lot of sincerity, a lot of cleanliness, a lot of holiness, as I say, a year project way, because this is the first time you see National Cathedral. and that this national cathedral project should not be subjected to the usual shenanigans and share and lack of transparency and all of that has characterized other projects. But unfortunately, no, that is not what we are seeing.
Okay, so a lot of text messages, but I think maybe I do know. Team no quickly production team no a Juma just to verify a lot of things did go for one. You better dasi.
I love that.
You better dasi. Now
but answer na mekono. Mo frame no. I think it's the voice sounded like Mr. Larry Dogbe.
Yeah, Larry Dogbe. Yeah.
Fantastic. Another great investigative journalist. And me perceive me confirm me say in some now or day to journal. He's very right. The demolition of the judges and relocating them at high cost rent and infrastructure, permanent bungalows, opposite GIS. That's where the projects are going on. You can send your journalists, further and better particulars. But in addition to that, Onim said the passport office was also demolished and relocated at a cost of 10 million cedis. That is under our sector Committee on Foreign Affairs. I know what I'm talking about. I have all the documents. 10 million Ghana cedis for the new passport office project. That is not all. Many people don't know, sir, the Malian ambassador's residence was also in the way. Unem say a bank signed contract, some agreement with the Malian government, sir. Omobe demolish ambassador's residence no. Na omo apefu for ama omo. And so far no, the latest, the work I have done, omo to me ama omo a bare land at airport. That's all they have done so far. We need to ask how much did that land cost? Because when they say airport residential, as I said here, because Omoka said the agreement was that it should be the same. They don't want to lose out in terms of the size. Over about an acre plot at airport residential. We are talking about millions of dollars. And then don't forget, sir, buying, as I said, more constructive and an ambassador's residence, the Malian ambassador's residence at airport residential. That is also outstanding. Omun Stati, Omun C project near. It's just the land that has been secured. When we come to consider the entire cost, even what we are serializing in terms of payment to contractors and consultants, by the time we add all of these other incidentals are air costs. Look, Christopher, if we have come to the juncture, say, per national cathedral, even though it was a private pledge that the president made to his makers. If you make me president, I would also do this project to honor you, to say thank you. But it has national benefits. As a Christopher, why don't we just level up with the taxpayer, with the Ghanaian people? Let's come forward. Yanka no cry. Yanka say, initially, now you're doing private fundraising, it will rake in a lot of money. But the way Anyama called, now you need to say COVID basic, you need to say, I want you to affect you, be a Christopher, so affected. Even pastors have complained about collection tithes going down. Affect your buying. So, munim, say, and yes, seed capital as some na yeka. As a country, young admitted project way as a national project frontally to be funded by the taxpayer. Now, if it is 80% and 90% of the cost which the taxpayer must now carry, so it is no longer seed capital, but the main cost is now on the taxpayer. I'm sure that level of sincerity, of honesty, openness, all of us as Christians, me, I was vice president, I would not oppose the temple. But when you engage in this deception, it doesn't help. We shouldn't build the house of God
Finally,
on the foundation of the
urgent question to bring the finance minister to the floor.
Yes, we have done that. And draw your file urgent questions, miensa. Bako pay all the costs so far. All of this demolition, Mali Embassy, and all these payments are omoye. We want the total amount that the taxpayer has spent so far. That's one. Two, consultancies, because what we have released today on Ajay and Associates, that's not all. There are all kinds of murky consultancies going on. That's number two. Question number three, about the procurement processes. Our investigations are the procurement laws are not being complied with, and we want answers as to why the procurement laws have been set aside. These are the three urgent questions I have filed standing in my name and the name of the Honorable Kwame Agboja of Adaklu.
All right, Honorable Mamenda Sina, every hour, Minister Bebano Dinchrimu, Etimedia Bray, that's it. So, or the Chimuna Bray, and quickly.
Maybe disappointed, okay? A war.
Minority, no?
And minority, parliament. Because, Okaka say seed money. Oh man, me say asore ni yenyina yekobi. Ye see ye be say asore dan. Ye be see dan amasofo atenem. Enti fundraising.
Asore now.
Me ko Methodist.
Asande.
Na me Beulah. Mene this national chairman e kwa asore. A former national portofie.
Oh wow.
Coffee portofie. If I coffee portofie win the national chairman, e ho no be Thanksgiving service.
Also,
Osai. Now, there you go, saying.
Me said the Musa. Oh, it be John manager bomb me saka crack. Me say bomb me sama this called. Me to be one thing at the tell that's me told you na say me bomb me sem. But me told you masa bomb me sem dey asemasi. Yeah, you see e ka say Ekosiisen asori dan ya. You say oh, e be okofo pledge. Okay? Pledge no kwa ye true amount.
Yeah.
Say me 2,000. Now what they call eti Ekosiisen pa so from the conversion kwa kenka mu say nyame ya aduma in 2 months time pledge is omode abe de ye betimi areki in be 50,000 Ghana cedis ye hwe other venues so a venues betinye bi de asoso saban ne troko parliament e ma pa e budget statement mu say seed money oman fruit ben and seeds doors no watermelon seeds doors guava seeds doors pa eti enum say na pay so seed ba ko pe eti na ye pay seed ada and say watermelon seeds
na
eti me offer
no so ultimate trouble brofu
now what are you saying now we want to brofu Ghana okay
too obvious
is that what too obvious and what okay
too obvious.
No, but too obvious.
But this is vague.
Too obvious.
The what I don't know. Said we are vague.
No, all kinds of too blatant.
Oh man, me momo dey me disappointed. That was parliament say. Oh man, Musa finance ministry ni say. Mo fa further and better particulars. Me say aban say what the seed money ebeba na eye say.
Okay.
Na ki attract ho. It aban go beyond the time. Na ki ebusa aban say was it 20,000 20 million add work to 21 million.
PK Sapon say I am tempted to believe that Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa is like wasting the resources of the country with respect to monies or salaries paid to them as MPs. These people were in parliament. Finance minister presented the budget. He mentioned that the National Cathedral will get a seed money from the state coffers. These people never questioned or demanded further details. This seed money is being used on the project, and Ablakwa is in town asking how much was allocated, as same was not mentioned in the budget. If he and his friends were truly up to the task assigned them as parliamentarians, wouldn't they have asked these questions at the time? Assuming the finance minister did not give the fine details. He should spare us as sanctimonious hymns and lengthy theses on his social media pages. Hold on. He cannot spare us what you are claiming that he is doing. The danger is that Parliament annual Juma. Yeah. Parliament, just hold on. Parliament, to say a scene to boom, even in your write-up.
Yes.
The danger is that Obia and challenge aban ni seed money or the aircot boasari jumedi. If it's aban already in whether you fire shows here, engineer drink or ben baby, I know any crown, a chinua bao. A day bubugu ye in chinua bao. A car yebon aftermath trying to get a plate for judges, a cut to the state. The quietness of Ghanaians does not mean that anybody can take advantage of the system. Why we are worried is that untu sikabi edin send sikabotinia or the cautious edjuma we. Etienne sika mienu na abetoja and Dominic and the team are privileged on it getting the real picture for us. Untu sikabotini bi edin send na the seed capital. All what you have seen today is that your 25 million Ghana cedi biako and the sawo ba ko so edama ajai. All in the name of seed capital. Where is the ceiling? Why is government doing this? Why is it not coming? Yeah. So, PK, in as much as you might have your reservations about the presentation, but let's really look at the Ghana factor.
These are the guys he will ask you, are there not two
it's a relevant question.
It's I mean, this is
but he goes on to say that in that case, he shouldn't blame government alone.
He
and his friends should take part of the blame.
Okay.
If something truly has gone on. It's
no,
an
but
admission.
then the man is saying,
it's an admission that
yes.
No, but he's saying that we Dominic Ayene asked these questions.
And what was the answer?
What was the answer? Maybe we need to see a copy of the answer.
And why did they approve?
And people shouldn't get it wrong. Our good friend Samuel Brahim was a black was sleeping when Ken mentioned that government will provide seed money. We are not talking about seed money. How much is that seed money?
No, these are the social media guys who, I mean, sometimes, years ago, you could read this guy asking very legitimate questions about events.
But this is also a legitimate question.
No, but you can't be asking.
No,
you can.
You can't ask.
Very unfair to ask us.
Ask Ghanaians.
My brother,
let's say omo na you go say ma bana na mu say mun check you levy asem ayin
my brother tie ye ntimi nka say and from show back it is how from show no
yeah no dear
say ye nyina ye ni bofaso na say back to ourselves you say ahana de aba for any so etiemra back in correct system now you are unable to say that a blocker was sleeping when can who is talking about it? How much is the seed money?
That's the question.
How much?
But
we cannot run away from the fact that seed money be budget.
How
much is that seed money?
I was a parliament catcher. We should ask parliament say how much did they approve?
Listen, when your friends and PDS
PDS
transaction. Yeah, it's not that
transaction. PDS they are called that.
No, we have to talk about it.
Okay.
I mean, did we know that family and friends of the president were going to be involved in that transaction? They were caught red-handed in it. Another thing, who knew Sir John? This Achimota lands in Ninyoma, we will see Sir John, who was put in charge of our forest, in there. Okay, because these are people that you hold them in high esteem. They have sworn to be, or at least they've portrayed themselves to be men of integrity, men and women of integrity. You can't just come and throw this thing and say seed money. Then we discover this document. 32 million Ghana cedis. Another day, we discover another one, 25 million Ghana cedis. Another time, there's another thing, and so on. And then, at the time, when you're asking, why is the competitive bidding? You don't see it. What you hear is, well, we did a restrictive tender. And you have a letter from PPA covering that. Because some group of people have discovered a loophole. And now, how on earth would you have a finance minister having his own private company, data bank, being a financial advisor to a lot of the transactions that go on here, including loans that the state is taking? Go there, go to finance ministry. People know about how data bank officials are the staff, virtually the staffs of the Ministry of Finance. And so the thing come, and then this same document, and I said this same transaction is put before data bank officials who are staff of the Ministry of Finance. So they are paid double role as an official of the Ministry of Finance and then also as an official of data bank. And they are only there on the basis that Ken Oforiatta is the Minister for Finance.
Okay, so...
And the president is sitting down, not questioning it. A lot has been said about this severally, and we are just here entertaining it.
Well, Tarzan is back.
Oh man!
It is the executive that presents budget estimates. So, also we should stop the diversion straight to the executive.
Exactly.
So we should stop the.
Oh no, but that's what we are saying.
We should just go straight to the point that the executive should give a response to some.
Exactly, they have to. I mean, you don't say why you should have asked this and you didn't ask.
Samuel Brown, but if you know, so you shall see to your tax 2009. You know.
So, as a staff of which institution?
Forget. Sorry, if you feel Larry was also insulting her, just forget.
I have never insulted him.
I will not even allow that.
I have not insulted him. I mean, he's my younger brother. I won't insult him.
Forgive us. We don't even encourage that to happen here. So sorry if you felt so. We are back to have a conversation. NDC caucus in Parliament reaction to government statement on demolition of Bulgarian embassy. The Lands and Natural Resources Minister statement on the infamous Bulgarian embassy demolition regrettably has all the qualities of a facial cover-up and whitewash, which confirms the suspicion we have always had based on government's opaque conduct in the sordid affair of monumental international embarrassment. Apart from confirming that the Bulgarian embassy was illegally demolished under their watch, the government statement is a preposterous attempt to shield state officials who have done great damage to our country's image in the Committee of Nations. The NDC caucus in Parliament demands immediate answers to the following questions. 1. Why is government silent on their obligations under the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations 1961, which imposes a special duty on the Ghanaian government to take all appropriate steps to protect the premises of the mission against any intrusion or damage and to prevent any disturbance of the peace of the mission or impairment of its dignity. 3. Why is government not identifying complicit officials at the Lands Commission for sanction when in government's own words, since the registration of the assignment of Dr. Yao Edu Ampoma is found, as indicated in the sole inquiry's report, to have been improperly obtained, the ministry has further directed the Lands Commission to take the necessary steps to withdraw consent granted to the said assignment and registration of the interest of Dr. Yao Edu Ampoma. How could Jojo Hagan be portrayed by government as a lone wolf when he enjoyed great collaboration from agents of state, including officials of the Lands Commission, all the way to operatives of the national security apparatus? Okay, so it's on. We'll be back with the conversation. But quickly, God, you wrap up on this one now.
Yes. Now, you see, na mene me PhD here, na mene honorable Kennedy Japan.
Yeah.
Na mene ni din ko. Kennedy Japan. Yes. And what I say, why should you be a situation you want no? Enipa bi ntiase. Na nka say aban ka so the 100 billion or whatever mpuneke support cathedral na. One day could need problem. Because emfaso twitwi die benya wo sa cathedral no mu no. O man enye ketwa. In fact, obo so many places. Oko Brazil, oko Germany, oko hen fa de nyina. See the be obekom betu be 80, betu be 50 and I say 17. Was it because put me use 100 years as an what to Messi cathedral no. Which I agree with him. On the other hand, I was say aban etimika say ye edan ye bugu ye asase e de ma relocation the day ye first judge said don't kwatena baby any sika ye spend ye de ka hu nyina no ye pese ye spend 200 million ya jatum the 200 million ye spend ya spend it but ye pay situation whereby ya ebe arbitrary say and say etua we adache say etua we na ye nim baby kro den ye besra aban ene ye ni ye was ade no say aban se wagya to so peso o support a obetua 100 billion na wonka me na make.
Okay, so in 2018
yes
November, government seed money for National Cathedral illegal. Ayene, that's the NDC. Yeah. Okay, so the Member of Parliament for Bolgatanga is Dr. Dominic Ayene, has described as illegal government's plan to provide seed money for the construction of the controversy-ridden National Cathedral.
No, but I think there's a difference. One no person just say one seed the crop na abide kwa illegal. What I say? A different from the year can say scandal what you saying. What I say?
I think it's the same thing.
No, a difference.
No, it's the same thing. He is talking about
one was say one seed the crop illegal, but we are not talking about legality or illegality. We are talking about how much. Discussion, in fact, how much of the seed money is government willing to pay?
No, for me, I will argue from his point.
From the legal point.
Exactly, because you had made the point, not even a dime.
Oh, there was illegal. Illegal as an worker. It's not a matter of the worker can as the one can. Was it? The government wants the group illegal.
You are just using let's read the story in full. Then we can.
Oh man, community. But also, you see, media, me padia obey the clear. Okay, say SMBC Haiti.
Yeah.
Government $3 million. Aha, a TV should be front. I say that Baba was spending near year near every home and one on.
But God, oh my.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something. Sure. There's the extent to which government has embarrassed some of these pastors. Okay, this is an embarrassment to the pastors. Okay, Duncan Williams, it's an embarrassment to him. Wait, I'll justify that. Okay. It's an embarrassment to Palmer Buckle. It's an embarrassment to Ofori Frimpong. It's an embarrassment Opuni Frimpong, sorry. And all the others who have taken part in this narrative say, oh, government was not going to spend a dime on it and that it is just a goodwill. So they had gone to their churches collecting money from their congregants. Say, Omubesi, sorry. Okay? And so they gave them, some of them donated, believing that this is what is going to happen. To have woken up in the next morning, and this is where AC, that government is actually even dishing money to institutions that we don't know they are the owners of. Ajayi, is it Ajayi?
About man, no one must buy so much seed money. No one.
Eh?
No one must buy so much seed money. No. Really?
No, I know.
That's surprising.
Men pay attention to that. Na minim say asasina e dia fam ye contribution as for man the contribution. Sikasem de minim say ne si yibima okasa we Ekosiisen.
Yes.
Ona ode ho.
Na person di we.
Eti hono.
But seed money ni there. I
don't have a problem.
Yes.
The emi say na ye kan wa han. Ampa seed money ko.
Na sen. 10 years yes the beko. ABI percent 100 million na eko. You be stagger payment no. You be 2020.
John Kuma. I don't know his role as Minister of Finance or
Deputy Finance Minister.
In charge of what? Communication.
Deputy Finance Minister. Ubi a bit because what is in charge of communication? Do you have
Yari you, yari yes.